Hi, this is Silas Ram of AsianCultureVulture.com. I'm here at the Cannes Film Festival 2018 and I'm with the wonderful Suki Singapura, who is a burlesque artist, no less.
Hello there.
Suki, how are you finding Cannes?
Gosh, it's my first ever Cannes.
Wow.
So I'm disproportionately excited.
Right.
I love it. I'm really enjoying the real dedication to film, and not just kind of the celebrities, but every single person involved, which I think is something that we need more of in the arts. So,
Sure.
yeah.
I understand you went to a premiere last night.
I did, yes.
Can you describe it?
I went to the premiere of Arctic. My wonderful friend Tim's the producer on it.
Wow.
And it was a phenomenal film. It was incredibly emotional. And I think just being able to sit next to him and the cast made it all that more special, because it really felt like you weren't just watching the movie, you were watching the movie with everyone else on tenterhooks to kind of like see the public's reaction. So to be part of that was really special. And there wasn't much spoken word in it, so it really was all about the acting, which is absolutely incredible. Mads did a fantastic job.
Fantastic. How was it walking that famous red carpet?
I honestly, it sounds silly, but that wasn't the most daunting part for me. The most daunting part was the fact that that staircase doesn't have railings.
Oh.
And so I was thinking, great, I'm going to look very graceful all the way up into it. And then I get to those huge stairs. If you guys have seen it, there's these huge stairs, and you've kind of got there are no railings, and no one can help you. So it's like sink or swim. But I made it. Yeah, it was fun.
So you are a burlesque artist. How does a burlesque artist land up in Cannes?
Gosh. Well, I'm kind of making that transition from burlesque artist to what I really want to consider as a burlesque recording artist. So what that is it's never really been done before. Burlesque is something that you see on stage shows, but what I found with my social media and my fans is that they really love the video version of all my acts. And so I'm really enjoying creating filmed content, which is you can have more fun and you can do more stuff with it. You can include more elements and visuals in that. And so to be here at Cannes and to see how cinematography is put together and help that influence and push into what I'm trying to create is kind of the reason why I'm here.
Yeah, that's a very kind of different path maybe to what you have been doing
Yeah.
on stage. But can you describe, because you've got 3 bases right now,
Yeah, I
and
do.
you grew up in Britain, but you have an Indian heritage,
Right.
but you're in LA a lot. So just can you tell us how those different elements
Right.
make Suki Singapura?
Okay, mostly correct. Here goes. So yeah, I grew up between Singapore and the UK,
Okay.
but I'm half Indian Singaporean, half British, so mixed race. And now really I spend my time visiting LA as well because of my career and where I want it to go. So I kind of joke to people that I'm based on a plane these days, but yeah, I'm based between home, which is Singapore, the UK for various shows in London, and then LA for Hollywood events every sort of 2 to 3 months. So it really is a little bit of a jet set lifestyle.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. I mean, we did an interview back in 2014.
Yeah.
It's on the website. Please read it because it's the background. But it's a fantastic journey you've made from that time.
Thank you.
It was very early in our days, and you were just kind of emerging professionally. And now, where you are, look, you're at the most famous film festival in the world.
Yeah, I know.
How have you made that journey?
Oh gosh, I kind of look back over the last 2 years and I think how on earth have I managed to kind of get to where I am right now? I think it's a combination of just wanting it so badly and insomnia, not sleeping. I'm really passionate about what I do, and I'm also even more passionate because burlesque is misunderstood and misconstrued so much, and that kind of makes me want to fight for its success even more, because there's so many misconceptions about what burlesque is, what a burlesque artist should look like, and the nature of burlesque. And I think that when you're up against that, it makes you just want to push past it and work even harder to dispel those myths.
Is there any single thing, do you think, that has been a game changer for you in your meteoric rise, especially, say, like on Instagram, where you've got a huge following?
Do you know what? It's kind of really, I feel like I've really come into my own this year, where I was very much focused on being a proud Singaporean and all my acts being heavily Asian influenced. And because of that, I think I didn't also allow myself creativity and to move away from the mold of what was traditional burlesque. And this year I kind of thought, you know what, I don't just have to go around wearing a corset, and I don't just have to include a cheongsam in every single act, because now I've got to a point where everyone knows I'm representing Singapore and I'm a proud Singaporean. So it's really allowed me to infuse elements like hip hop into my routines, and I think that, and letting my fans in and being more personal with them and them getting to see that side of me has really increased the followership, I guess. Just being authentic.
How would you describe the situation of burlesque in Singapore? Because we don't really associate Singapore with burlesque.
Yeah, well, since we run the right to perform it legally, it's really taken...
You were very instrumental in that campaign.
Yeah, well, I campaigned for 4 years for the right to perform burlesque publicly in Singapore. I believed that it wasn't just about burlesque, it was the right for an Asian woman, or a woman in general, to take control of her sexuality and express herself however she wanted. So that's kind of how that came about. So there wasn't really any discernible burlesque scene before then.
Was there a lot of resistance to that?
Huge amount of controversy. A huge amount of controversy. It literally it was so seen as so scandalous, and I never expected that, because I was somewhat sheltered in that I majored in the UK. And so when on coming back to Singapore, I wasn't expecting the furore, like the hoo-ha that occurred, especially within the media. And because I'm mixed race as well, I think they really grabbed hold of that as something that, you know, that they were kind of using against me, which was totally crazy. Yeah, it was absolutely insane. But things have completely changed now, as you know, and now there's a budding burlesque scene of which I'm kind of trying to help grow. And it's kind of like I've gone from like Singapore's scandal to like Singapore's sweetheart.
That's a great way of putting it.
I don't know.
That's a nice headline, yeah. Absolutely.
I
You'll have to use that when I write your web story on the web. The LA journey, is that really important in cracking the whole idea of being a kind of an artist, a videographing artist, if I can put it like that?
Right.
You know, incorporating your burlesque into the whole visual experience?
I think, you know, it's a lot of artists who are kind of famous back home in their countries often try to crack Hollywood. And I think sometimes they do it for the wrong reasons. They do it because they feel like that's the proper fame and local fame isn't fame enough. And that's not why I'm doing it. And so I think kind of that's why I've managed to kind of get so far in Hollywood. And in terms
of how difficult was that? Obviously when you started it must have been really, a lot of people go to LA with this crazy dream, and 2 years they're still waitressing.
Right. Well, I'm very fortunate in that David Foster, who's a judge on Asia's Got Talent, he kind of saw me and my routines, and he just was so impressed by them. He really has been the super connector in LA, and everything, I often say this, and I will say this in public, that everything I owe is really to him, because he put me in at that top level, you know, where I could kind of meet incredible people, Emily, Renee, Quincy Jones, and so be in that network of people that I would never, you know, it would have taken years to achieve that. And so I'm so fortunate in that respect because of David. And I think that's been so helpful, and I really don't take that for granted, because I know how hard it is to break through.
Absolutely. And do you think we'll be seeing you in a film? Is that, do you want to act?
Well, that's a very, very good question. Yeah, I do enjoy the acting element of things, especially now I'm kind of doing these recording video elements to my burlesque routines. I'm really enjoying just portraying a character or letting my feelings loose on the screen, which is something that I'd never previously done before. So never say never.
No, right.
Never say never.
So we might well be coming back and interviewing you about a film you've done, and it may be premiering here. That will be something maybe to aim for? That
would be simply wonderful. We will just have to wait and see what life has in store, I guess.
Right. Brilliant. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.